Begin the lava lamp assignment by writing your name and your homeroom person on the bottom right corner. We are working in a portrait orientation, not a landscape. Please also put your homeroom person's name and flip your paper over. The first thing we're going to do is to find the midpoint of our paper by using our ruler. So we're going to use the inches side of things, not the centimeter side. Put 0 on the left edge of your paper. We're going to put a mark at 4.5 because this paper is 9 inches wide. We're also going to move your ruler up to the top, making sure 0's on the left, and putting a mark at 4.5 again. The reason we put 2 marks is so that you can line them up with your ruler. So I'm using my thumb and my finger spread apart to hold the ruler securely, making sure it's lined up with both dots. And then I'm going to hold my ruler down and draw a line right against it for the center. You don't want to draw too dark because you are going to end up erasing or painting over this. From the top edge, we're going to hold our ruler against the center line, and we're going to make a mark at 1 inch. We're also going to make a mark at 8 inches and 10 inches. We are going to use our ruler to make the lines that make the shape of the lava lamp. They are trapezoids. So I'm going to start with my longest or widest line first. I'm going to hold my ruler horizontally. I'm going to put 2 inches on my center line. My ruler is underneath my mark. I'm going to eyeball it to make sure that it's not tilted. So look at your ruler and the negative space underneath it and make sure that's pretty even. We're going to go from 0 to 4. Move your ruler down to the next mark that's near the bottom of the paper. Put 1 inch on the center line. Make sure your ruler is even, so look at your negative space, make sure it's the same all the way across. And then we're going to draw from 0 to 2. We're going to have our ruler off the bottom edge of our paper. We're going to line the 2 up with the center line. We're going to put a mark at 4 inches and 0. If we connect the ends of these 2 lines and these points, we get an hourglass shape. So 2 trapezoids stacked on top of each other for the base of the lava lamp. At the top mark, we're going to hold our ruler horizontally, put the 1 inch on the center line. Look at your negative space to make sure that this distance and this distance are the same, so it's not tilted. We're going to draw from 0 to 2. We're going to connect the ends of this line to the corners of our first trapezoid. So you're going to pivot against the end of the line in the corner on both sides. This is the bottle where the lava and the liquid is. There's also a cap at the top that hides the actual cap to the bottle that's full of liquid and the lava material. So we're going to just extend these lines to the top of your paper for the cap. So I'm going to line my ruler back up with the line I drew, and I'm going to go up to the top. You may now erase your center line. If you can still see some of your graphite marks, that's okay. You get to choose your media for this, so any media that you have been trained how to use in my classroom, you may use for this assignment. The bottle, base, and cap of the lava lamp are geometric. They have straight sides and angles, and they are closed off shapes. Inside of the lamp, the lava is typically more organic shape, so it looks like something created by a living thing, but not necessarily. You are welcome to flex your creativity and put something else in your lava lamp besides lava. Just make sure you're following all of the other requirements for the assignment. So I'm going to start by making some blobs for the bottom. If you ever look at a video or watch a lava lamp in person, you see that as the material warms up, it starts to break away from the bottom and make some funky shapes. Also, as the lamp warms up, some of the material that had floated to the top becomes more fluid and starts to drip down from the top. And then, of course, you have your shapes of the lava as it's bouncing from the top to the bottom and kind of drifting around. So curved lines, no sharp lines, make sure they are closed shapes. The color scheme for the bottle component, which is this larger interior trapezoid that has your organic lava shapes, and the liquid has to be a pair of complementary colors. Complementary colors are those that are opposite from each other or across from each other on the color wheel. So for example, red and green are a complementary pair. So you could make your lava red and your liquid green, or vice versa. Tertiary pairs also have a complement to them. So blue-violet and yellow-orange are opposite. So depending on what material you use, for example, if you're using paint, you'll have to mix your own tertiary colors. But if you're using crayon, the crayons actually do have a lot of tertiary colors already made. So you just have to read the label to make sure you're using the correct color. Likewise with colored pencil, the only tertiary color we don't have is yellow-orange. So I'm using yellow-orange and blue-violet as my complementary pair for my lava and the liquid that it's suspended in. The opposite color to yellow-orange is blue-violet. So remember, you can always check the label on the crayon, the colored pencil, or the marker to see what color it is. If you are working with paints, remember you do have to mix your own tertiary colors because we don't have them. We do have all of the secondary and primary colors, so if you would rather stick with secondary, primary, complementary pairs, that is fine. Remember to practice good craftsmanship and to show off the skills that you have developed so far in art class. After you have completed the lava and the liquid, the other requirements can be placed in any way that you feel is appropriate. So remember to flex your creative muscles with this. So in addition to having a pair of complementary colors inside of the lava lamp, which remember are colors that are directly across from each other on the color wheel, you also need to show me that you understand rainbow order. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet is rainbow order. You can mix and match materials for this kind of assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and put rainbow order somewhere on my artwork and then explain the next couple of requirements. Rainbow order is a kindergarten science standard. It's also just good general knowledge to have. So rainbow order shows up a lot in psychedelic art. Psychedelic art is the style that we're working with here. It is artwork that draws from the imaginative power of the human brain, right? Because you can imagine things that aren't real, you can picture things in your head that you might have seen before, and when you dream, you sometimes create things that don't exist and could never exist. So, rainbow order is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. If you would like to add indigo, which is that navy blue colored pencil or a blue violet color that you've mixed with paint, or a blue violet crayon, you may do so, but I'm only requiring the 6 basic colors of the rainbow. I've chose to put them on the cap of my lava lamp. If you look at the other student examples from the other grades, you will see that the student artists have made different choices about where that goes. So in addition to having rainbow order somewhere on your artwork where you put in is up to you and what material, you also have to have designs outside of the bottle. So that includes the base and the background. You got to fill this whole paper with design. So if you want to have elements that are black and white, make sure it's very obviously intentional. You want to fill the paper. So another thing you see a lot in psychedelic art are op art kinds of elements. So op art is the art style that you've seen probably before that typically features black and white shapes and lines that create kind of interesting, funky patterns when you look at them. So this is a pretty quick and easy way to make designs. Remember, you are welcome to mixed media on this assignment. If you would like to look up examples of psychedelic art, just keep in mind that not all psychedelic art is appropriate for our age level. So kind of keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that the expectation is not that you're copying exactly what I'm doing in this tutorial video, aside from the components that involve the ruler and measurement. I do want you to flex your creative muscles for this assignment. How do you meet the requirements, show your media skills, and make it something that you are personally satisfied with and hopefully proud of?